Alright, hello! Today we're going to talk about how to convert moles to mass or mass to moles using the molar mass of an element or a compound. So if you'll recall that the molar mass or 1 mole of any element is equal to the atomic weight for that element. Likewise, the molar mass for any compound is equal to the sum of all of the elements in the compound. So you'll need your periodic table and a calculator and maybe your polyatomic ion sheet to help you. Alright, the first example is we're going to convert moles of aluminum to grams of aluminum. Well, I already know that for every 1 mole of aluminum has an atomic weight of 26.96154 grams of aluminum. So I'm going to start off with my given. I'm given 1.75 moles of aluminum. And I want to multiply it by a conversion factor that will give me grams of aluminum. See, that's what we're trying to find. This is what we know. So I want to end up with grams of aluminum. So since I need moles to cancel, I know moles divided by moles cancel, and times grams gives me grams of aluminum. So now I know where my values go. So moles cancels. I'm left with 1.275 times 26.96154. So if you just imagine these as two fractions that we're multiplying, multiply, then multiply, and then divide. Well, anything multiplied and divided by 1 is just that number. So using significant figure rules and rounding, I see that I have 3 significant figures. This is an exact value, so my final answer can have no more than 3 significant figures. So if you put these in the calculator and do the proper rounding, you should get 47.2 grams of aluminum. Alright, let's do this example. Given moles of a compound, find mass. So I'm given 0.38 moles of calcium phosphate, and I need to find grams. Well, first of all, I'm going to have to write the formula for calcium phosphate. I know that calcium has a +2 oxidation, and that phosphate has a -3 oxidation. So just swap and drop, and now we have the formula for calcium phosphate. So now I can calculate, well, what is 1 mole of calcium phosphate? So I have 3 calciums plus 2 phosphorus plus 8 oxygens from the periodic table. So if I do that math, I should get 310.18272 grams of calcium phosphate. So start off with our known quantity of 0.38 moles of calcium phosphate. Just like the one before, we want to end up with grams of calcium phosphate. Just one's a compound and one's an element. So I know that if I divide by moles and multiply by grams, you can also use that mole map or that mole wheel I gave you. So putting this into your calculator, 0.38 times this number, using significant figure and rounding rules, I see I have 2 significant figures. So proper rounding should round up to 120 grams. And that's just two significant figures. And I did do these twice to make sure I got the right numbers. So if you think I get any of them wrong, go right ahead and tell me, okay? Alright. Ooh, my ink ran off there. It says, give a mass of an element, find moles. Well, how many moles are in 31.54 grams of lithium? We're trying to find moles. We're given grams. I know that 1 mole of lithium is equal to, let's see, 6.941 grams of lithium. So I start off with the given. And I need to multiply that by a conversion factor that will give me moles of lithium. Since I want grams to cancel, I'm going to have to divide grams by grams and multiply by moles. Grams cancel. This is just simply 31.54 times 1 divided by 1 times 6.94. And so it's really just 31.54 divided by 6.94. And following significant figure rounding rules, I have 4 significant digits. So my final answer should only have 4 significant digits. Is that a comma? Uh-oh. I can't even read my own writing where I did this before. I'm going to have to put it in the calculator just to be sure. Yeah, that was a decimal and not a comma. So 4, so 5. So this is the full number, 1, 2, 3, 4. Look to the right, and we're going to round down. And that's the final answer. Okay. Let's look at the next one. Uh-oh, this got cut off too from my printer. Oh well. Alright, given mass of a compound, find moles. So if I'm given grams and I need to find moles of carbon dioxide, I need to find out what 1 mole of carbon dioxide is. Well, I know 1 carbon and 2 oxygens gives me, let's see, 44.0098 grams of CO2. So start off with the given. We're given 85 grams. And I want to know what that's going to be for moles. Again, I want grams to cancel, so I'm going to have to divide grams by grams and multiply by moles. So again, you can look at these as fractions. Fraction times a fraction. Product of the numerator divided by the product of the denominator. So really this is just 85 divided by 44.0098. And following significant figure rules and rounding rules, you end up with a final answer of 1.93. So I've only done one of each of the types. And if you needed more examples, you can just ask and I'll make up some more. Let me know how this works and if you have any questions, okay? Talk to you later. Bye!